Westbrook just keeps getting better. Although they lost to the Rockets, Westbrook finished the night with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. The Nuggets were without Jokic and Gordon, but still, this game doesn't show anything in the grand scheme of things about how good Westbrook has been this season. Russell Westbrook's season with the Nuggets has been nothing short of phenomenal. At 36 years old, he's defying expectations, silencing critics, and reminding everyone why he's one of the most impactful players in the history of the NBA. Let's dive deep into the numbers, the synergy with his teammates, and the incredible legacy he's building. The Nuggets have been a powerhouse with Westbrook in the starting lineup, boasting a stellar 14-5 record when he starts. That's not a coincidence. It's a direct result of the impact he has on both ends of the court. Westbrook's season averages are strong, with 13 points, over 5 rebounds, and nearly 7 assists per game. But it's not just the raw numbers that matter, it's how he's achieving them. Shooting 46% from the field highlights his efficiency and smart decision-making. He's not just taking shots, he's taking the right ones. This season has been a series of milestones for Westbrook. Passing Vince Carter for 21st on the all-time scoring list was a monumental achievement. With 25,730 points and counting, Westbrook's scoring ability has always been elite. That's the kind of accomplishment that only true legends of the game can claim. It's also a reminder of his consistency and longevity, traits that have kept him at the top of the league for over a decade. And then there's his record-breaking dominance in the triple-double category, with 202 triple-doubles. Westbrook is firmly at the top of the leaderboard, and it's not even close. He's rewritten what it means to be a triple-double machine, and his ability to contribute in every facet of the game is unmatched. This season, his chemistry with Nikola Jokic has taken that dominance to another level. Together, they've assisted each other 133 times, the second highest total in the entire league among any duo. Their connection isn't just productive, it's historic. When Westbrook and Jokic share the court, the Nuggets transform into an elite team. They rank first in offensive rating, 8th in defensive rating, and 2nd in net rating. That level of balance and dominance is what championship-caliber teams are made of. It's no exaggeration to say that their partnership has been one of the most effective in the league this season. Athletically, Westbrook continues to amaze. At 36, he's still an unstoppable force in transition. Whether it's his explosive speed, his ability to finish at the rim, or his jaw-dropping leaping ability, he's showing no signs of slowing down. Most players his age have already transitioned into reduced roles, but Westbrook remains a key contributor, defying what most thought was possible. One area where Westbrook has always excelled is rebounding, and this season is no different. He's cemented his status as the best rebounding guard in NBA history. Time and time again, he outworks bigger players to grab boards, often turning them into instant fast break opportunities. His relentless energy is a huge reason why the Nuggets play with such pace and urgency when he's on the floor. Defensively, he's been just as impactful. A perfect example came 2 nights ago when the Mavericks didn't make a single shot when guarded by Westbrook. 0% shooting. That's not just good defense, it's lockdown defense. His ability to disrupt opponents while maintaining his offensive workload is what makes him such a valuable asset. As a floor general, Westbrook's leadership shines through. His 73% win rate as a starting point guard this season ranks among the best in the league. When he's running the offense, the Nuggets operate with more creativity, focus, and energy. His ability to find his teammates in the perfect spots has been critical, and his ranking of 6th in assists per game this season reflects that. What truly sets Westbrook apart is his ability to make history alongside his teammates. He and Jokic are the first pair of teammates in NBA history to record multiple triple-doubles in the same game during a single season. Think about that for a moment. There are nearly 2,000 two-man combinations in the league this year that have played over 60 minutes together, yet none assist each other at a higher rate than Westbrook and Jokic. That's not just chemistry, it's an all-time great pairing. By the way, if you guys enjoy these deep dives, I'll be posting every day during the season. I genuinely appreciate if you could subscribe. Thanks. Anyways, Westbrook. His contributions aren't limited to flashy stats or highlight reel plays. He's one of only 5 players this season to have at least 150 points, 50 rebounds, and 50 assists. That kind of versatility is rare and speaks to his ability to impact the game in so many different ways. Despite all of this, Westbrook continues to be one of the most misunderstood players in the NBA. His willpower, talent, and relentless effort are traits any team would want in a player. He's shown time and time again that he's willing to do whatever it takes to help his team succeed. And this season has been a masterclass in how to adapt and thrive. His role in the Nuggets' success this season is undeniable. The team's offensive and defensive efficiency skyrockets when he's on the court, and his partnership with Jokic is one of the driving forces behind their dominance. Together, they've set the standard for what it means to play winning basketball in today's NBA. It's easy to overlook Westbrook's accomplishments because he's been so good for so long, but this season serves as a reminder of just how special he is. From his unmatched athleticism to his record-breaking achievements, he's solidifying his legacy as one of the all-time greats. At 36 years old, he's proving that age is just a number and that his impact on the game is as significant as ever. His journey this season isn't just about adding to his Hall of Fame resume, it's about showing that he's still one of the best players in the league. The one thing that's been really impressive to me, though, is his defense. Russell Westbrook's advanced defensive stats this season give us a fascinating glimpse into his impact on the court for the Nuggets. At 36 years old, he's showing why he's still one of the most tenacious and effective defensive players in the league. These numbers highlight his adaptability, effort, and ability to disrupt opposing offenses in ways that might not always make the highlight reel, but are undeniably crucial to his team's success. Let's dive into these stats and break them down to see just how much he's contributing defensively. One of the standout numbers this season is Westbrook's 3.7 deflections per game. This puts him in the 93rd percentile league-wide, which is an elite tier for any player, let alone a guard his age. Deflections are a sign of defensive activity and awareness. It's not just about getting steals, it's about making life difficult for the opposing offense. By disrupting passing lanes and forcing players to second-guess their decisions, Westbrook is consistently throwing opponents off their rhythm. His instincts and anticipation are key here, and they show just how much of a disruptive force he continues to be. When it comes to rim defense, Westbrook's numbers are intriguing. His rim defense value of 2.1 might not seem extraordinary compared to big men, but it's a strong figure for a guard, placing him in the 27th percentile. Guards aren't typically expected to anchor the defense near the basket, yet Westbrook is more than willing to contest shots and step into the paint when the situation calls for it. This kind of effort speaks to his willingness to do the dirty work, even when it's outside the usual responsibilities of his position. One of the most eye-popping stats is his versatility rating, which sits at a staggering 98. That's as high as it gets, and it underscores Westbrook's ability to guard multiple positions effectively. Versatility on defense is a critical asset in today's NBA, where teams often rely on switching and mismatches to create scoring opportunities. Westbrook's ability to handle everything from bigger forwards to speedy guards makes him a nightmare for opposing offenses to plan against. His lateral quickness, physical strength, and relentless energy allow him to excel in a variety of defensive matchups. Another area where Westbrook contributes is his block percentage, which is 1.8, placing him in the 58th percentile. While blocking shots isn't typically a guard's main role, this stat shows that Westbrook isn't afraid to challenge players at the rim. It's another example of his willingness to step outside the typical expectations for his position and contribute in unconventional ways. These kinds of plays often serve as momentum changers for the Nuggets, energizing both the team and the fans. His crafted defensive plus-minus, or DPM, is a more complex metric that evaluates his overall impact on defense. Westbrook's DPM sits at negative 0.5, placing him in the 31st percentile. While this number might not jump off the page, it's important to understand the context. Westbrook often takes on challenging defensive assignments that require high energy and focus, and these situations don't always translate into glowing, advanced stats. What this number doesn't capture is the way his defensive presence influences his teammates and the opposing team's overall strategy. Looking at his rim frequency value, it's 34.8, placing him in the 39th percentile. This stat reflects how often he defends near the basket. While it's not a standout number, it's a testament to his willingness to contest shots and rotate defensively when needed. Guards aren't usually tasked with protecting the rim, but Westbrook's willingness to step into this role when necessary speaks volumes about his effort and team-first mentality. One area where his numbers dip is defensive rebounding, with a rating of -1, placing him in the 19th percentile. This might seem low, but it's a reflection of the Nuggets' team dynamics more than a critique of Westbrook. With dominant rebounders like Nikola Jokic on the floor, Westbrook's focus shifts to other aspects of the game, such as pushing the pace in transition or disrupting the opposing team's ball movement. Another interesting number is his relative personal fouls per game, which is 0.5, placing him in the 34th percentile. This stat highlights his ability to play aggressive defense without being overly foul-prone. That balance is critical for a player who's constantly involved in high-intensity defensive situations. He knows when to be physical and when to back off, which helps him stay on the floor and remain effective. His RADTR value, or relative adjusted turnover value, is negative 0.1, putting him in the 39th percentile. While this number might not seem flashy, it shows that Westbrook isn't taking unnecessary risks on defense that could lead to turnovers for his team. His defensive approach balances aggression with smart decision-making, ensuring he's contributing in a way that benefits the Nuggets as a whole. Now, the most striking thing about these stats is how they collectively paint the picture of a player who's giving maximum effort on every possession. Westbrook's defensive game might not always show up in traditional box scores, but it's clear that his hustle, anticipation, and versatility make him a crucial part of the Nuggets' defensive identity. His 98 versatility rating says it all. He's a player who can guard multiple positions, adapt to different schemes, and thrive in a variety of defensive situations. Even stats like deflections and block percentage show how Westbrook is willing to go above and beyond to make an impact. He's not just sticking to his assignment, he's actively disrupting the game, forcing turnovers, and making life difficult for his opponent. And while some of his metrics might not place him at the top of the league, they reflect a player who's doing the little things that don't always get recognized, but are absolutely essential for winning basketball. Westbrook's defensive contributions are about more than just numbers. They're about effort and intangible. His ability to stay disciplined, contest shots, and guard multiple positions makes him a key piece of the Nuggets' success this season. Whether it's deflecting passes, challenging players at the rim, or seamlessly switching on to different matchups, he's showing that defense is just as much about heart as it is about stats. In today's NBA, where defense is often overlooked in favor of offense, Westbrook is proving that he's still a force to be reckoned with on both ends of the floor. His advanced defensive stats might not tell the entire story, but they highlight the energy, effort, and adaptability that make him such a valuable player. He's not just playing defense, he's setting a tone, inspiring his teammates, and doing whatever it takes to help the Nuggets win. But the thing is, his offensive stats are very good too. Russell Westbrook's advanced offensive stats this season are nothing short of fascinating. At 36 years old, he's proving that his impact goes far beyond traditional numbers, showcasing an incredible blend of creativity, efficiency, and leadership. These stats reveal how Westbrook has adjusted his game to complement the Nuggets system while remaining one of the most dynamic offensive players in the league. Let's dive into these numbers and explore just how much he's contributing on the offensive side. One of the key metrics this season is his true shooting percentage of 53.6, which places him in the 33rd percentile. While this might not seem elite, it's important to understand its context. True shooting accounts for all shooting attempts, including field goals, three-pointers, and free throws, and reflects his efficiency as a scorer. Westbrook is taking smart, calculated shots that fit into the Nuggets' overall offensive scheme, ensuring his contributions are effective without forcing bad attempts. This balance is critical, especially for a player in a high-usage role like his. Another interesting stat is his shot quality score of 48.6, which lands him in the 40th percentile. This metric evaluates the quality of his shot attempts compared to league averages. While it might not place him at the top, it demonstrates that Westbrook is creating and taking shots that align with his strengths. He's not settling for low percentage attempts, but instead working within the flow of the offense to maximize his impact. Westbrook's ability to draw foul is a significant part of his offensive arsenal, as evidenced by his free throw rate of 30.3%. This places him in the 77th percentile, highlighting his knack for getting to the line. Drawing fouls isn't just about scoring, it's about putting pressure on the defense and disrupting their rhythm. By consistently attacking the basket and forcing defenders to commit, Westbrook creates opportunities for himself and his teammates while adding an extra layer of efficiency to his scoring. His three-point attempt rate of 31.5%, placing him in the 30th percentile, shows a notable shift in his game. Instead of relying heavily on three-point shooting, Westbrook has focused on areas where he's more effective, such as attacking the rim or setting up his teammates. This adjustment highlights his ability to evolve as a player and prioritize what's best for the team over individual stats. It's a mature approach that reflects his basketball IQ and commitment to winning. Westbrook's offensive rebounding rating of -0.1 puts him in the 53rd percentile. While this might not seem particularly flashy, it's an important part of his game. Offensive rebounding is often about effort and timing, and Westbrook's ability to grab keyboards keeps possessions alive for the Nuggets. These second chance opportunities can swing momentum in tight games and provide a crucial edge against tough opponents. Turnovers have always been a point of discussion with Westbrook, and this season, his turnover rate of 10.1% places him in the 25th percentile. While some might view this as a drawback, it's important to consider the context. Westbrook's high usage and creative playmaking often involve taking risks to generate scoring opportunities. The key is that his turnovers are outweighed by his ability to create for others and keep the offense flowing. One of the standout stats is his offensive load, which sits at 47.4, putting him in the 94th percentile. This metric measures how much of the offense runs through him, and it's clear that Westbrook remains a central figure for the Nuggets. Handling such a significant workload while staying effective is a testament to his conditioning, experience, and skill. He's the engine that keeps their offense moving, whether through scoring, passing, or creating opportunities for others. Westbrook's creation rating of 8.5 places him in the 93rd percentile, showcasing his ability to generate scoring chances for his teammates. This isn't just about making the obvious pass. It's about recognizing mismatches, drawing defenders, and setting up high-quality shots. His vision and basketball IQ have been critical in making the Nuggets offense one of the most dynamic in the league. Every time he's on the court, he's finding ways to elevate the players around him. Portability is another metric where Westbrook performs well, with a score of 5.1 that places him in the 60th percentile. This stat reflects how well a player's game translates across different systems and lineups. Westbrook's ability to adapt his style to fit the Nuggets system is a testament to his versatility. Whether he's leading the charge, playing off the ball, or facilitating for others, he's shown he can thrive in any role that's asked of him. One of the most impressive numbers in his advanced offensive profile is his passer rating of 7.9, putting him in the 95th percentile. This elite figure highlights his ability to deliver precise, timely passes that lead to scoring opportunities. Westbrook's passing has always been a strength, but this season, it's been particularly impactful. Whether it's finding cutters, setting up shooters, or threading the needle in transition, his passing keeps the defense guessing and opens up the floor for his teammates. Finally, his crafted offensive plus-minus of 0.1 places him in the 76th percentile. This advanced stat evaluates his overall impact on the offensive end, considering scoring, passing, and other contributions. While it might not be the flashiest number, it underscores Westbrook's ability to positively influence the game in multiple ways. He's not just a scorer or a passer, he's a complete offensive player who can adapt to whatever the game demands. These stats collectively tell the story of a player who's evolved to meet the needs of his team while maintaining his trademark intensity and effort. Westbrook's ability to balance scoring, playmaking, and efficiency has been a cornerstone of the Nuggets' success this season. He's finding ways to make a difference on every possession, whether it's by drawing fouls, creating opportunities for his teammates, or handling a heavy offensive workload. What's most impressive is how these numbers reflect his ability to adapt and thrive in a team-oriented system. Westbrook has always been known for his relentless energy and competitive fire, but this season, he's channeling those traits into a more refined and efficient offensive game. He's not just playing for himself, he's playing for the team, making sacrifices and adjustments to ensure the Nuggets are as effective as possible. Westbrook's advanced offensive stats highlight a player who's still at the top of his game, even as he enters the later stages of his career. His ability to handle a high offensive load, create for his teammates, and maintain efficiency makes him one of the most valuable players in the league. The numbers might not capture everything he brings to the table, but they paint a picture of a player who's doing whatever it takes to help his team succeed. Whether it's leading the offense, adapting to new roles, or finding ways to impact the game beyond the box score, Westbrook is proving that his value goes far beyond the surface. I think even besides those numbers though, Westbrook is putting up crazy numbers too. To start, his offensive rating of 117.3 places him in the 96th percentile of players league-wide. This number measures how many points the team scores per 100 possessions while he's on the floor, and it highlights just how effective he's been at keeping the offense running smoothly. Pair this with his defensive rating of 114.3, and you see a net rating of +3. This means that when Westbrook is on the court, the Nuggets are outscoring their opponents by 3 points per 100 possessions. That's an elite contribution, especially for a veteran guard with such a diverse skill set. Westbrook's ball handling ability is another standout aspect of his game. According to a 3-step ranking metric, his ball handling ranks in the 96th percentile. That's incredible and shows how well he's managing the offense. Whether it's bringing the ball up the court under pressure, initiating plays, or keeping the defense on its heels, Westbrook's control and decision-making are as sharp as ever. His ability to handle the ball confidently ensures the Nuggets can run their sets effectively, no matter the defensive pressure. On the playmaking front, Westbrook's numbers are remarkable. He's averaging 6.7 assists per game, which puts him in the 95th percentile among players. This is no small feat in a league filled with elite passers. His assist percentage of 31.86 is even more impressive, meaning nearly 1/3 of his team's field goals while he's on the floor are directly assisted by him. This shows how vital he is to creating scoring opportunities for his teammate. On average, Westbrook generates 15 points per game through his assists alone, a figure that puts him ahead of 78% of players in this category. Turnovers are often a concern with high-usage players, but Westbrook has managed to strike a good balance this season. His turnover rate of 13.22% places him in the 71st percentile, meaning he's doing a solid job of limiting mistakes relative to his high level of involvement. Considering how much the ball is in his hands, this is a testament to his improved decision-making. Westbrook has shown that he can create opportunities while keeping turnovers to a manageable level. Defensively, Westbrook's contributions are equally notable. His mixed team defense metric ranks him in the 71st percentile, reflecting both his individual defensive effort and his impact on the team's overall defense. He's averaging 1.6 steals per game, showcasing his ability to disrupt passing lanes and force turnovers. His block rate of 0.6 is also worth noting. It's a small but meaningful contribution that adds another layer to his defensive impact. Rebounding has always been one of Westbrook's strengths, and this season is no exception. He's averaging 5.1 rebounds per game, ranking him among the top 64% of players in the league. On the defensive end, he's grabbing 3.8 rebounds per game, which places him in the 75th percentile. His defensive rebound percentage of 12.81 further highlights his effectiveness on the boards. Rebounding is about more than just numbers. It's about effort and timing, and Westbrook continues to excel in both areas. On the offensive glass, Westbrook's contributions are also significant. He's averaging 1.3 offensive rebounds per game, putting him in the 55th percentile. His offensive rebound percentage of 4.92 shows his ability to create second chance opportunities for the Nuggets. These are the kind of hustle plays that don't always get the recognition they deserve, but can make a huge difference in close games. Another key stat is Westbrook's usage rate of 22.8%. This measures the percentage of team plays that end with him taking an action, such as a shot, assist, or turnover. Being in the 78th percentile shows just how central he is to the Nuggets offense. Whether he's scoring, passing, or facilitating in other ways, Westbrook is consistently involved in the action. He's averaging 10.6 field goal attempts, 3.4 free throw attempts, 6.7 assists, and 2.9 turnovers per game. These numbers illustrate how much responsibility he carries on offense. Westbrook's possessions played per game sit at 58.3, emphasizing just how often he's directly influencing the game. Whether it's through his scoring, his assists, or his defensive contributions, he's constantly making his presence felt. This level of involvement is a testament to his conditioning, skill, and basketball IQ. One of the most telling aspects of Westbrook's game is how well his numbers reflect his adaptability. He's not just excelling in one area, he's contributing across the board. His ability to handle a high offensive load, create for his teammates, and still find time to make meaningful defensive plays is a rare combination. It's the kind of versatility that makes him invaluable to the Nuggets. His impact isn't just about individual stats, it's about how those stats translate into team success. Westbrook's net rating of +3 is a perfect example. This figure shows that the team performs better with him on the court, outscoring opponents and maintaining an edge in critical moments. His ability to balance scoring, playmaking, and defense makes him one of the most well-rounded players in the league. What's most impressive is how these stats reflect Westbrook's evolution as a player. He's adapted his game to fit the Nuggets system, focusing on efficiency, team play, and smart decision-making. This season, he's shown a willingness to do whatever it takes to help his team succeed. Whether that means creating for others, grabbing key rebounds, or stepping up on defense. Westbrook's advanced stats this season are a testament to his dedication and hard work. From his ball handling and playmaking to his rebounding and defensive contributions, he's doing it all at an incredibly high level. These numbers don't just highlight his individual excellence, they show how he's making his team better every night. Even as he enters the later stages of his career, Westbrook continues to prove why he's one of the most impactful players in the game. I mean, think about it. He was just nominated for Player of the Week. Russell Westbrook's nomination for Western Conference Player of the Week is a testament to just how impactful he's been for the Nuggets this season. At 36 years old, and in his 17th NBA season, he's proving that he still has what it takes to make a massive impact. Let's break down what this nomination says about Westbrook's incredible performance, his value to the Nuggets, and the numbers that highlight his recent dominance. Westbrook joined Denver this offseason on a 2-year, $6.7 million deal after being traded by the Clippers and bought out by the Jazz. Initially, he was expected to play a supporting role behind Jamal Murray, but injuries opened up a starting spot, and Westbrook seized the opportunity. In those games, Westbrook has been averaging 15.3 points, 8.2 assists, and 6.9 rebounds per game. Those numbers are strong, but it's what he's done recently that's turning heads. Over the past week, Westbrook has elevated his play even further, averaging 22.8 points, 9 rebounds, and 7.8 assists in his last 4 games. That level of production, especially for a veteran player, is why he earned the nomination for Player of the Week. This recognition isn't new territory for Westbrook. He's been named Player of the Week 20 times throughout his career, last earning the honor in May 2021 with the Washington Wizards. While he didn't win this time, Sacramento Kings center Domantas Sabonis took home the award, being listed alongside stars like Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Anthony Edwards. Shows the level of respect Westbrook's game still commands. Westbrook's ability to step into the starting lineup and deliver at an all-star level has been a game changer for the Nuggets. His averages this past week, nearly a triple-double over 4 games, showcase his ability to contribute in every aspect of the game. Scoring over 22 points per game is impressive on its own, but adding 9 rebounds and nearly 8 assists takes his performance to another level. He's been everywhere on the court, whether it's grabbing boards, setting up teammates, or taking over as a scorer when needed. What makes Westbrook's recent stretch even more remarkable is the consistency he's brought to the Nuggets. He's not just putting up numbers, he's doing so efficiently and within the flow of the team's offense. His leadership on the court, combined with his energy and experience, has been instrumental in keeping the Nuggets competitive, even as they navigate injuries and lineup adjustment. Despite being in his 17th season, Westbrook is playing with the same intensity and drive that defined his prime years. His nomination for Player of the Week is a reminder of how much he's still capable of contributing, even as the league continues to get younger and faster. For a player who has already achieved so much, this recognition adds another chapter to his storied career. It's also worth noting how his presence has allowed the Nuggets to maintain their pace and rhythm. Westbrook's ability to push the tempo, attack the basket, and create for others has kept opposing defenses on their heels. His nearly 8 assists per game over the past week reflect how well he's reading the game and finding opportunities to make his teammates better. At the same time, his rebounding numbers, averaging 9 per game recently, show his willingness to do the dirty work and contribute in areas beyond scoring. Westbrook's nomination isn't just about individual performance, it's about the impact he's had on the Nuggets as a whole. With him in the lineup, they found a groove that's allowed them to stay competitive in a tough Western Conference. His ability to adapt to his role, whether as a starter or a backup, has been a key factor in the team's success. This recognition also highlights how well Westbrook has fit into Denver's system. Coming off an offseason where many questioned his fit and future in the league, he's proven that he's still a valuable contributor on a contending team. His nomination for Player of the Week is just the latest example of how he silenced those doubts and reminded everyone of his capabilities. While his numbers this past week are impressive, it's the intangibles that make Westbrook's contributions so valuable. His leadership, work ethic, and ability to inspire his teammates are qualities that don't show up in the box score, but are crucial to a team's success. His nomination is as much about those qualities as it is about his on-court production. For the Nuggets, having a player like Westbrook who can step up when needed has been a huge asset. His versatility and ability to impact the game in so many ways make him a perfect fit for their system. Whether it's scoring, rebounding, or facilitating, Westbrook has shown he can do it all, even in his 17th season. Westbrook's nomination for Player of the Week is a well-deserved recognition of his contributions this season. His ability to elevate his play and lead the Nuggets to success has been nothing short of remarkable. Whether he's pushing the pace, grabbing rebounds, or setting up his teammates, Westbrook continues to show why he's one of the most dynamic players in the league, even after nearly 2 decades in the NBA. Overall, though, Russell Westbrook has been a game changer for the Denver Nuggets this season. From the moment he joined the team, his impact has been undeniable. Whether stepping into the starting lineup due to injuries or thriving in a supporting role, Westbrook has consistently elevated the Nuggets' performance. His energy, leadership, and versatility have been crucial in helping the team maintain their edge in a highly competitive Western Conference. At 36 years old, Westbrook has shown that he's far from slowing down, proving he can still be one of the most dynamic players in the league. His ability to adapt to the Nuggets system has been remarkable. Coming into the season as a presumed backup to Jamal Murray, Westbrook has stepped up whenever the team has needed him most. His averages of over 15 points, 8 assists, and nearly 7 rebounds per game reflect a player who can contribute in every facet of the game. More importantly, his presence on the floor has translated into wins. The Nuggets are 13-4 when he starts, highlighting just how much he improves the team's chances of success. Beyond the stats, Westbrook has brought an invaluable veteran presence to the Nuggets. His leadership has helped stabilize the team during challenging stretches, and his relentless work ethic sets a standard for his teammates. He's been a mentor to younger players and a steadying force on the court, showing the value of experience and resilience. His ability to inspire and lead by example has made him an essential part of the Nuggets' success this year. Westbrook's influence extends beyond individual numbers or specific games. He's a player who makes those around him better, whether by setting up teammates with his playmaking, grabbing key rebounds, or taking charge in critical moments. His unselfishness and team-first mentality have seamlessly integrated into Denver's system, making him a perfect fit for the squad. In a season where the Nuggets have faced injuries and adjustments, Westbrook has been the glue holding everything together. His contributions on both ends of the court have been vital, and his ability to step into any role and excel has kept the Nuggets competitive. Westbrook has undoubtedly been one of the most important pieces of the puzzle for Denver this season, proving his value as a player, leader, and teammate. If you guys enjoyed this, I'll be posting every day during this season. I genuinely appreciate if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching.